Hello, hello, hello. It's Marian Gellatly with Powerful Presence. Good to have you here on a Sunday and joining me for day 8 of the 12 days of 2020 holiday style. I really have appreciated all of your comments and your little notes that you've been sending me in terms of, inspiring you to think things through a little bit differently. That's my purpose. That's my love. That's the reason I exist. So there's nothing that's more enjoyable or important to me than education. So not only educating myself, but educating my clients or my viewers to take the next step that's best for them. So I hope that you found these days so far giving you some inspiration to get ready. I had somebody today that sent me a little note and said, you've inspired me to at least have fun with all of this in spite of where we are in terms of the pandemic. So good. I'm glad to hear that. Anyway, today we are going to be discussing shoes and boots. Let's just say footwear in general, because there are many categories of footwear. There is something out there for everyone, and all of us have different kinds of feet. Some of us have a high arch, some of us have a low arch, some of us have a narrow heel, some of us have a wide foot, some of us have bunions. So I'm not going to be talking about what's going to work for your particular foot today as a big topic. And when I work one-on-one with my clients, and I can help them very specifically, but I'm not going to do that here today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about the categories and some of the things that you can do. Well, first of all, you can check to see whether you have these categories in your closet. And if not, then decide, well, do I want to add something from one of these categories to my closet? Because as I've said before, this is the time of the year to really be shopping online because, I'm seeing sales every single day. It's amazing. And I thought by now maybe they would have stopped and then started after the Christmas holiday, but they're still going on. So take note. Anyway, I think personally that shoes are the fastest way to update a look. So, how many of you have a pretty hefty shoe wardrobe? Just put in the comments, yes, I really have, you know, or no, I need to do better so that I kind of understand who I have here. I would say that, just full disclosure, for me, I don't have a ton of shoes, but I have things that are strategic and things that can update my wardrobe and bring it into, let's say, 2020 or now 2021. So, one purchase, taking my classic clothes, adding one purchase of some kind of a piece of footwear, and now I really feel like, okay, I'm a little more current, I'm a little more up to date. So, what I want to encourage you to do is not keep shoes forever and think that nobody notices what's down there. Yes, we do notice. So, make sure that you make that investment. Maybe you buy one pair of something a year, but that's good because you're going to be able to keep those pieces for 2, 3, 4 years before out they go and you bring in the next investment. So think of shoes as an investment. All right. Um, let's begin with the first category, and we're going to talk about booties and boots. And I'll start off with some of my things that I have, and then, of course, I'm going to revert to photographs as well because I certainly don't have it all. All right, let's begin with this boot. This boot is a suede. It's got a little bit of a heel. This is kind of a comfortable heel height for me. I can't do real high heels anymore. And I do have some flats, but just having that 1 inch with my high arch really works very nicely. This is, you can see now, starting to work back to my hair color pretty nicely, that gray. And I think I've told you before in previous that um, black was always my go-to, and now I'm transitioning some of my dark neutrals into take into account what's going on up here. All right, So this is a suede boot. It's from Blondo. Got these at the Nordstrom's anniversary sale. What I love about them is number one, they're suede, and number two, they're waterproof. They come up to the ankle, which on rainy days keeps the rain out a little bit, and I highly recommend. Patricia says, no heels anymore. Yes, but several pairs of boots and flats, nothing very dressy, seldom wear dresses, and most dressy flats. Just, yep, yes. I'm going to talk about narrow heels because I have the same thing. And Karen says she's a shoe minimalist. I wear each pair a lot and generally ready to update regularly. Okay. Hair color and metallic almost exclusively. Yep, good. That's a smart way to go. So if you take your hair color and put it in on your feet, what that does is it really ties the whole look. So the eye goes from up here to down there. And if they are similar or close, then there's a story there that's connecting the whole outfit together. So it's a great strategy of making sure that you integrate your hair color into your shoes. So here was another little booty. You can see there's the heel. Very comfortable. This is Reaction by Kenneth Cole, moderately priced. I wore these all summer. And what I can't do though for fall and winter is you can see my hand through here is a perforated leather. So when the rain comes, these go, bye-bye for a while. I also do like to put a black sock underneath these just so it intensifies the black. How many of you wear socks with your booties? I find for me they're comfortable, and also my foot doesn't get sticky onto the inside of the lining of the shoe. So I found that to be very helpful. And then I always recommend that you make sure you invest in your booties that are in your hair color or your basic neutral. So whether that's the black like you saw or the charcoal gray, or maybe it's an olive green, or maybe it's a camel or a chocolate brown, let's say. You start there and then add color. So this is a color that I added a couple of years ago. It's that wine color. It's got the fun detail on the front. It's got the low heel. And I can wear these with jeans just as I can wear the others, or I can dress it up. And I think investing in some booties or boots that are in color really allow you to take a neutral outfit and then pop it with a color. And then maybe even take a scarf and tie the scarf back to the color of the shoe. So think about that. And let's see here. Okay, here is a big trend. It's not for me. Let me just quickly see here. I see Patricia. Okay, sometimes, and I always wear no-show socks. Okay, you wear socks for warmth as well as cush. Yep, I agree, Karen and Patricia. Okay, how many of you are into Uggs? I am not into Uggs. I don't like the feel of them. I don't like the bulkiness of them. They're not part of my style personality. And that's really important to be aware of. Just because Uggs are on trend, you don't buy them unless they really work in your wardrobe. Now, I do happen to think these are really especially cute because they're a metallic animal print. So if I were going to buy them, yes, I could buy those because, again, they're going to work back to my hair color really nicely. But I'm not going to waste the money. But what I'll say about Uggs is they are doing all kinds of things in the footwear department. So check them out if they are a brand that you really enjoy. And then we have the over the knee. It's a flat boot, but over the knee. And so anybody here would be willing to try this. I love the look on other people. It's not something I want to do over my knee. But I do have boots, I'll show you here in a moment, that are under my knee, and I do wear those. So this is definitely a trend, and definitely, stick your jeans down in them, let them come up over the knee, wear a short skirt with a tight or even a bare leg with, again, over the knee. You know, maybe a little younger look, a little younger leg, I think. All right. Then let's see, my boots, I don't have many, and they're black, but here is my go-to flat boot for winter. So if I have to run to the grocery store, I have to run down to the post office, if it ever rains around here, you know, I would go ahead and throw this on. And I do like this because it is got some elastic in the back. I have a very narrow calf and ankle, and so I really have to look for things that don't kind of just sag down on my leg, and this is one of them. So this is a Donald Pliner. I find Donald Pliner works well for those of us that, you know, have some, you know, thinner calves, because he makes fabrics. Now this is an elasticized leather, so that really holds up well too. So this would be, I love the silver on the back. I think that's kind of a fun detail. What makes this dressier is the heel. So the heel is more like a pump heel, and of course the pointy toe. So we have casual boots, we have dressier boots. Okay, so Karen, you said Uggs. Maybe if I spent a lot of time in the snow country, yeah, not refined enough for me. I think that's really key. You and I are similar in that regard. I am not, I need things that are refined as well. Um, and Marcia, you go girls travel. You said yes, but I'm ready to ditch the uncomfortable ones. Are you talking about Uggs there? Probably so. Or maybe boots, I'm not sure. All right, so let's go ahead. So we talked about flat boots and booties. We talked about dressy boots and why they are dressy. Oh, here's another, there are a couple more here I want to show you. I think this is really cute, isn't it? Look at that with the little silver stars on them. So I would put that in a little dressier, fun, happy sort of a look. You know, not very practical maybe, but I thought that was very cute. Now here's one that is definitely dressier, a bootie, lighter color, a suede and leather combination. And again, see, that heel is what sets it apart and makes it definitely dressy. And this, I am sure all of you are going to run right out and buy. Goes with my sweater, so you think I should have these? So this is a Louboutin, you might have guessed, with a stiletto heel and a puffer fabric. And so you can tighten it right around the, well, looks like it's above the ankle. But how about that? I just thought those were hilarious. All right, so flat boots, flat booties, dressy boots, and now let's talk about dressy flats. Okay. So this particular category is probably my favorite. It's the one that I have gravitated to as I've gotten older, because bottom line is those high heels just aren't working for me anymore. But I like to make sure that I've got a cute one. So this has been my go-to hair color, right? But I love the little silver detail here, and I love the silver detail around the heel. AGL, and I find AGL works pretty darn well for those of us that have a narrower foot. Pretty classic in styling. Every once in a while they do something fun like this. I don't love all their shoes, but this one I did happen to like. Then how about this? You know, I like animal print, and what I love about this is the give in this. Now this is not fabulous if you have a high arch, but I do have a high arch and I do get away with these pretty well. But what I love is if you've got a foot, for instance, I have one foot that is 7 and I have one foot that's 7.5. I don't know how that happened, but it's happened in the later years, and now it's like a pain in the neck to get shoes that will fit both feet well. So you have to figure that out. So this kind of a shoe that's got this sort of give really hugs onto that foot that's a little smaller. It's got a little, elasticized area back here. Very comfortable. Tory Burch. This is another brand. This is called Earthies, and it's got a rubberized sole, and I think rubberized soles are fabulous for comfort. Um, I like animal print, but you can also see, well, these shoes really aren't working for Marion anymore now that her hair has changed color. So these are ones that will definitely be going bye-bye when I get a chance to do that. So let's see here. Brown shoes then with navy. Are you asking whether you should do that? Are you saying that your brown would be the color of your hair? Then absolutely. With navy, absolutely. And brown and navy go well together, just as navy and black go well together. So, yes, if your hair is walking around with you every single day, then no matter what you put on here, that's still an accessory. So, using that color and putting it somewhere else in a handbag or in a belt or in a shoe is a great strategy. Patricia says, I have the same foot sizes. Yes, maybe if you're. Okay, let's share shoes. Wonderful. All right, here's another flat that is very popular right now, and that would be the loafer. And these are Donald Pliner, and look at all the different colors that these come in. How fun is that? If you're a loafer kind of a person, you can have some fun not only with color, but also with pattern. And this is another trend that I didn't think I would like. I have not bought these, but I'll show you something else that I bought that fits into the same category. And I thought they would slip off my feet, but actually they hold on to my feet pretty darn well. So how fun to have a slide that you can just slide your foot into in a red color, easy to kick on and off, especially when you're in the house wanting to be comfortable. So that is a possibility. And then this one I'm very tempted to make a purchase with. So this goes back to my Tory Burch brand, which works. You see the heel. You see how you can tell it's a little bit elasticized and comfortable color, perfect for the holiday season, but also a color for me that's just one of my colors on my color palette that I think would be a nice investment. Okay, here is something that is a big trend, and that is the lug sole, that just chunky. I always think of, you need to be a lumberjack to be wearing this particular kind of a sole, but it is everywhere. And so many women are wearing this. However, if you are more on the petite side or you've got a refinement about you, you've got a slim ankle, you've got a slim leg, or your style personality is more refined, this is not going to be the sole for you. But again, very much on trend, and I think really cute for the right person. All right, so there we talked about some of the ideas for our flats, both the dressier and a little more casual. And now let's talk about pumps. Pumps have a closed toe, okay, and typically they're going to be low to mid heel, although there are some stilettos, but who of us can wear stilettos these days? They can be sling back, okay. So these are shoes, again, Stuart Weitzman, that I've probably had for about 10 years. You can see I probably don't wear them all that often because they're still in really good shape, but I do love them because they hold the shoe here with the sling back. Very nice. Holiday season. I won't be wearing them this season because, we have nowhere to go. That's quite that dressy. What I do like is a kitten heel, a heel that is just high enough to get me off the ground, give me a little bit of stature, and yet give me the comfort as well. So this is a Donald Pliner. What I really love is this. I love, let's see which is the best way to hold it here. So it's got a block heel, so it's, got some substance to it. It has an ankle strap, so it holds the shoe on my, you know, smaller foot. And I also do have a small ankle, so this is a style that works really nicely for me. And you can see I've got my little sparkly. So that was my sparkly that I bought last year, and this was Katy Perry. And I think that I will get this out and wear this, even if it's just going to be my husband and I sitting at our dining room table for Christmas dinner. Karen is asking, what brand the brown animal print loafer? Oh, the one that was on the paper, right? I think that might have been Donald Pliner as well. I don't have that right at the top, right at my tippy tops. Okay, here is, again, the ankle strap, a pattern. This is a fabric, block heel. Here is now just a really plain, simple piece out of my wardrobe. Again, you can see working back here with the hair. Same style. This is an Eileen Fisher, but it's got the ankle strap. So if you're in the, it's got an interesting heel too. That's what I always look at. Are the heels kind of interesting and unusual? And it's got the zipper in the back. So fun for me, and refined and a little creative. Oh no, the one I own. Okay, the one I own. This one is, I think, the one you're talking about. And this is an earthy. Earthies by Earth. And if you were talking about this one, I don't think you are, but this was the Tory Burch one. Okay, how about then a block heel sandal? I would also wear this for the holidays around the house, not around the house, but I mean, if we were having people into the house or if we were going somewhere. And it wasn't raining and I had on the right kind of a pant. I think, here's that pop of color that I think is so fun, my ankle strap. So that's the way I have figured out how to deal with my issues. What have you figured out that you need to do for what's going to work for your feet? So Patricia, Reed, these are some examples, some ideas that might work for you. If any of you have another issue that you want me to talk about, let me know. Karen, I'm not sure what you're talking about in terms of loafer style. I don't have another loafer style. Oh, this maybe? This is AGL, but it's not animal print. So we can talk, when we get offline. Okay, the next category, the big category of the year are the sneakers. Oh, I've been having trouble with this. Because again, they are just a little masculine for me. They're a little casual. They're a little sporty. They don't fit into my style personality also well. And yet I know they're really comfortable. So I have been sort of looking around to see what I could find. And I've identified, what you want to do is to identify brands that really work with your style personality as well as your fit. So what I've identified is that Donald Pliner has a style design that really attracts me. I mean, there are many pieces that I showed you today that are Donald Pliner. And as I'm looking online, look at this one. Okay, so it's a sneaker, it's metallic, and so I like that because it's got that sparkle and shine. Now, would I do this as a sneaker? Or would I do this? I would be more apt to do this and get rid of the laces. So they both have similarities. You can see the sole is exactly the same. The leather is the same. It's just a matter of no laces versus laces. So you can see you can fit into the trend if it's something you want to adopt to update your wardrobe, but do it in the way that's going to work for you. How many of you are wearing sneakers? Not your exercise sneakers. So I do have exercise sneakers, but how many of you actually put on sneakers as part of your style with your jeans or whatever? Let me know. Okay, the last category that we have, I'm going to call them house slippers. I don't know what we really want to call them, but I think of these as things that I would wear in the house. Okay, so talking about the Uggs, there you go. That's one of their styles for the year. So if you're an UGG person, but you want something that's, a little cooler on the foot, this would make me happier actually because it's cooler. It's not so hot as to wearing the UGG boot. And they come in all kinds of different colors, but I just thought this pink was really sweet. A little too bulky still for me, so I'm not going that route. Patricia said, not I. Okay, I gotcha. And then we've got these sweet little things. Can you just see this with a really pretty robe or a nightgown to be shuffling, from your bedroom out to the kitchen to get a cup of coffee? I think these are really fun. Do I own them? No, but I do think they're fun. And, obviously the one thing that attracted me was the animal print. The other thing was the poofy little balls that I think are so cute. I would buy these if they weren't expensive, but we all have to look at, the cost per wearing and make sure that whatever we buy, we're going to get a lot of wear out of it if we're going to spend the money. And I really feel that as we age, shoes are so important to our comfort and to our ability to walk. And so I think spending money on shoes is really important. That's why I don't have a lot of shoes, but the ones I have are pretty good quality. Not all of them, some of them are good quality, but maybe not expensive. I'm not I think I've told you before, I'm not somebody that spends a lot of money on my stuff, but I do like to find things on sale. I do like to buy the best quality I can find for, my budget. And that's what I encourage my clients to do as well. So Karen says, I do wear sneakers, skin tone lace ups, and a pair of metallic slip ons. Okay, so I'm going to challenge you all to put into the comment thread when you have time a photo of a pair of shoes that are your go-tos that you love. So Karen, maybe you'll go ahead and put in one of those sneakers. Love to see that. And Patricia, you do the same thing, and Marcia, and who I don't know who else is on. I can see other people are on, but I don't see any other comments from anyone. So I think that is going to do it for today for shoes. I wish you, happy shopping online and really just checking it out and maybe finding just a great thing. Don't be afraid to buy shoes online because every retailer today is making it pretty darn easy to return. So sometimes what I will do is I will order 2, 3, 4 pairs of shoes in. Yeah, there's a bump on my credit card. But what I do when they come in, I try them on right away. I make a decision quick. Within 24 hours, back they go. So, and usually the retailers are processing refunds pretty darn quickly. Let's see, was there another? I thought I saw another comment come in here. Not sure where it went or if it went. So that's it for now. I've taken enough of your Sunday afternoon. I really appreciate it, as I've said before. Don't forget to post those pictures. You know what happens. You get a ticket into a drawing for Style Shift coming on February 2nd. And let's see, I'm going to be back on Wednesday. And I think I might talk a little bit about color because Marcia commented on the day that we did the plaid, she put in a question about the red and the black plaid and why she might have been feeling uncomfortable about that. And so I think maybe I'll expand on that a little bit the next time around. I'm also going to, there's going to be a day dedicated to foundational garments, what goes underneath the clothes we wear. I'm going to do a day on um, makeup, and I'm going to do a day, the last day is going to be on sustainability. So that's what we have left. I hope you'll come back and join me again, and have a wonderful Sunday afternoon, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye now.